Hey guys, I'm just a freak and I'm back with a manga haul for the month of December. So yeah, before we start, I know that I said that maybe I'm not gonna have a haul for December because I'm traveling and such, but my only concern with that was that I won't be home to receive the packages. And meantime, just before Black Friday, Amazon.de had a huge sale. A lot of manga was on prices like €1.50, €2, €3, and I couldn't resist. So let's get to it. First, let's start with some volumes that I already unboxed because I did that because the packages came damaged in such a huge way that I couldn't risk it not to check them. So first it's Yu Hakusho volume 14. This is from the Amazon sale. I was planning to collect this for a long time. Yu Hakusho is one of my favorites anime of all time, and yeah, slowly want to pick this up. This is by Yoshihiro Tagashi, and I also picked up a volume from Hunter x Hunter, so this is volume 4. This is another series that I heard only good things about. People are saying that it's one of the best shonens. Also, people are saying that the art is not that good, and I can really see that. But I don't know. Maybe it will grow on me, maybe not. But even if the art is not good and the story is good enough, I'm gonna enjoy it. And so many people are liking this series that it can be a miss. Next, I found another 2 volumes from Attack on Titan before the fall, 2 that I didn't have, volume 11 and volume 13. Yeah, haven't started this series yet, but I love Attack on Titan and I also want to dig into the side story. So far I've read only the 2 volumes from No Regrets that have the background story for Levi. Next one is another series that was in my wish list for a while now, and this was again €2 or €3. So I just had to get it. This is volume 4 from Clockwork Planet. The action here takes place in the future, after the world suddenly, not suddenly, but it collapsed, and a scientist called Yu, if I remember correctly, decided to save the world by I don't know, making it full of clockwork-like mechanisms. So practically, I think the Earth is moved by some gears and stuff like that. The art looks pretty good, and yeah, the premise is just as it sounds like a really good steampunk sci-fi story. So yeah, can't wait to read it. Volume 4. I also ordered a couple of other volumes that I found out cheap in this series, and it has only 10 volumes, so it's not gonna be such a long one. And also keep in mind that it has an anime, if in case you guys are planning to check it out but you don't want to buy the manga. Next, let's get to some unboxings. So yeah, Amazon doesn't have the best packages. As you can hear, the volumes are moving inside of this, and normally if you do something like this, you get access to the volumes. That's why I had to check, because those came in way too flimsy. The box was like this, so it's kind of easy for someone just to open it, grab a volume, and begun with it, you know. Anyway, let's see what we have here. It looks like we have another volume from Hunter x Hunter. This is volume 31. I picked up a couple of those, so yeah, you're gonna see more. Next one is volume 9 from To Love Root Darkness. I was missing this one. I have right now until volume 8, and to find this at $2, oh my god, this is like 12 14 euros or something like that. So yeah. Next one I picked up, oh, Mick's gonna like this cover. I know it's just my guess here. So a lot of people were talking about this really ecchi manga called The World's End Harem. Practically all the guys in the world or something like that died, and only one guy or a couple of guys are still left alive, and all of the girls want to repopulate, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna open this. Let's see, maybe I can find something something decent. Yeah, so the art looks something like this. A lot of people are saying really good things about it, are saying that even if it's really ecchi, it still has a great story, and I also don't really mind the etchiness. So yeah, World's End Harem, volume 4. And next one is another volume from Noragami Stray Dog. This is volume 12. It's one that I was missing, if you guys can remember. Yeah, this one has really good art. So if you guys can remember, I started getting Noragami. I only have 2 volumes right now. Also, those volumes are stuff that were on sale at a specific time. So slowly I'm gonna pick it up. It's still in print. At the moment it was on hiatus, but right now I heard that it went back into business, and yeah, let's hope that it won't go on hiatus again and that someday we can get it all out. Next one is something from Book Depository, and this is a pre-order that I had. It's Our Dreams at Dusk, volume 3. If your guys are reading it, reading this, you know that this came out a while ago, but normally that's how long it takes for stuff to get to Romania. So that's why I try not to order stuff right next to the holidays. But anyway, this is a good story so far. It involves the LGBT community. It's a coming of age, a coming out story. It only has 4 volumes, and if you want to dive a little bit into that subject, a 4-volume series is not a big commitment, and this one is a pretty good one so far. Next, let's see another box from Book Depository. And I was doing it wrong, of course. And this is Elfenlied. So this is Elfenlied Omnibus Volume 2. This contains another 3 volumes. This has a really good anime, and I also want to read the manga. Some people were telling me that I don't know, they kind of have a problem with some of the exposure here regarding the etchiness, but I don't know. Elfenlied is a really good story, and I think that it should be read. So this is volume 2. I picked it up before it goes out of print because Dark Horse. Next one. Let's see what we have in this huge box over here. This looks pretty beat up. It has tape on it not to fall apart or anything, put by the delivery guys. So yeah, good stuff, Amazon. Flimsy boxes every single time. And nice. So, by the way, you know that I'm also collecting The Walking Dead. I have 8 or 9 of these books right now, and this is book 16, and I bought book 16 because it was cheap like the other mangas, because I also started to search for comic books that I'm collecting at that point, and I found this for less than 10 euros, I think, and usually it's 25-30. So yeah, volume 16 in these amazing hardcover releases by Image Comics. Next one is volume 5 from Love Hina. So this is something that I looked into it recently. I also talked with Mix about it, and from my understanding, this is a comedy romance that's not so based on the ecchi part of it. It also feels like a little bit of a harem, so yeah, looks like a good series. It's something that caught my attention, and it was $2 or so on Amazon, and it was right in my wish list, so I jumped the gun and I got this omnibus. There are 5 omnibus from this series, so yeah, I have the last 2 volumes. So yeah, I have to pick 1 through 4. Next one, these are 2 volumes from Arakawa Under the Bridge. This is volume 5 and 6. These are also 2-in-1s released by Vertical. I have volume 1 and I have read part of it, and it was quite good. It's something that I will really enjoy. It's about a guy from a really rich family that was always running under the slogan that you don't have to own anything in your entire life. And he, in order to become the heir of the family, he had to live by that principle. And suddenly, one day, he gets into a situation where he's gonna own something to a specific girl that lives in a community under a bridge. And it seems that it's gonna be funny, it's gonna be nice and cute and all of that. So when I saw these 2 really cheap, because for some reason they're like $18, 18 euros or something like that, but when I saw these 2 cheap, I just had to get them because they were like 3. No, crazy. So glad that I have them. I think that one more volume has to come out. That's volume 7, and it's coming out in 1 month or something like that. Another one, this is volume 6 from Grand Blue Dreaming. Another comedy that I was planning to collect and I had in my wish list. So yeah, now I have volume 6. At some point I'm gonna search for some deals to get the rest of them, and also volume 1 to actually be able to start reading it. Next one, I managed to find one of the Fruits Basket Collector's Edition. You know that I'm collecting the series. Right now I have volume 1 and 2, and volume 3 is on the way. Everyone knows about Fruits Baskets. It also received another anime adaptation right now that's pretty awesome. So yeah, go check it out. I'm trying to pick this up slowly as I get to find them at a good price. Good stuff here. Next one, this is a Yuri series. I think you guys should know it because it's kind of popular. It's one that also has an anime adaptation that I saw on Crunchyroll. I really like the anime, so I decided to pick up the manga. Again, volume 8 because it was on a huge sale, but I think I also have volume 1 on the way. This is only 10 volumes from what I remember. It involves these 2 girls that are stepsisters, and yeah, they slowly fall in for another or something like that. Next, I should have here volume 2 and 3 of Usurei Yatsura. So this is an older series, an older comedy series put it out by Viz, and right now it's receiving these nice signature editions. And again, something that I had in my wish list. As you can see, it's older, so if you want to try to pick this up, just have that in mind. But it's a series that it's really nostalgic for a lot of persons out there, and it was I think the debut story for Takahashi, the one that made the mangaka popular. And yeah, I don't have volume 1 yet, but I'm gonna try to pick it up soon to be able to start this. Next, nice, this is so heavy, and this is by Seven Seas. Kind of an unusual release because I know this just feels like quality, you know. And from the looks of it, yeah, it also has some color pages. So this is In the Corner of the World by Fumio Okuno. This also has a anime movie adaptation, and it's really a really good movie. And I was so happy to see this at a sale on Amazon, because when I was searching for mangas there, I missed it. But after that, I saw it in a friend's basket, and I also had to order it. This takes place in World War II, and it's a down-to-earth slice of life. That's, I don't know, I think this is just gonna rub the right spot. And the last one from this package is volume 11 of Bright Story by Kaoru Mori. Again, huge deal on this one. So happy that I managed to get it for that cheap. You know, you guys know that I really like Kaoru Mori, and I'm happy to have volume 11. I think volume 11 is the last one that's out right now. I don't know. Next, let's get to another order from Book Depository. Let's see what we have here. By the way, a couple of, I don't know if I have here all of the packages from Amazon that I got, so probably I'm gonna have another haul in the month of December. I don't know. I also bought some animes, so when those get here, you're gonna practically see the beginning of my anime collection, so watch out for that too. Now let's see what we have here. Nice. So guys, this is the manga adaptation of Murdoch's Scramble. And Murdoch's Scramble takes place in the future. So this is a sci-fi shonen seinen-ish story that involves this character over here. From what I know, she was a hooker or a dancer at a strip bar or something like that, and one night her boss wanted to get rid of her, so he killed her, but she barely escaped alive and was taken by a doctor that practically made made her part cyborg. And yeah, I can't wait to read this. A friend of mine was talking about the movies. I heard those are really good, and I also want to watch them. But I saw that it has a manga, and that the art looks quite great. It's a pretty high action series. So yeah, the manga also looked pretty great, and I jumped the gun and I got it. It's only 7 volumes, and I wanted to have it before it gets out of print. I don't know if it's gonna get out of print soon, but right now I don't care anymore because I have it. And I'm sure that I'm gonna like this. By the way, this is put out by Kodansha. And it looks like I have a little bit of glue here for some reason. And yeah, the last volume, volume 7. So can't wait to read this. Next one. Let's see what we have in this big package over here. As I said, a lot of stuff from Amazon. Okay, so this is volume 4 from something that I think I'm gonna enjoy a lot. I've heard about a lot of people's opinions about this series. It also sells well, so yeah, if it sells well, probably it's worth reading. So this is the quintessential quintuplets, and it's practically a harem story that is not based on the etchiness of it, if I can say it like that. Practically, one guy runs low on money, his family is pretty poor, and he decided to start tutoring, and he ends up tutoring 5 sisters that are quintuplets, and they kind of fell for him. So yeah, this is gonna be a down-to-earth romance based on a harem, and I can't wait to read it. Still need to get volume 1 to 3 in order to get to that volume, but yeah. Next one, this is by Yan Press, and it's Kakegurui Twin. So this is the spin-off series from Kakegurui Compulsive Gambler. You might wonder why I got the spin-off. I got it because I've read I haven't read, but I saw the 2 seasons that are out there for Kakegurui. So, and I wanted to start reading the manga, but I thought that instead of reading something that I already know, I might as well try to read a side story from it to get some extra information. And this is following this character over here, Maria, or how is she called? Mary, yeah. And yeah, I can't wait to read it. I checked 1 volume online from this one, and that one was quite enjoyable. It's kind of her backstory and before of the events that took place in the normal series, from what I could figure out. Next one is volume 5 from My Boy. I don't have the other volumes, but this is something that I really want to read. This is practically regarding the relationship between these 2 characters over here. She's older and he's a little bit young, so that might go a little bit in the wrong direction, but even if it goes there, I want to see how they manage to deal with it and what they are going to do. So yeah, really need to pick the other volumes up. This is something that I wanted to read for a long while now. Next one, it's volume 4 from You Lie in April. This is quite a good romance, also involving music, and I have volume 4 right now, and I also have volume 1 and 2 in my collection, so I'm slowly picking this up. I also managed to find at a good deal Goblin Slayer, one of the side story, year 1, so this is volume 2. If you don't know what Goblin Slayer is, it's about this guy over here, and he kills goblins. And it's really edgy, and I quite like it. And this happens before the stuff from the main series and before the anime. As you can see, he still has the horns here in the anime, and in the main series these are missing. They were cut off. Next one, I have volume 6 from Made in Abyss. This is a good series with great art. Again, a bit controversial, because how these characters look over here and their relationship, but the story is quite good. And I have until volume 1 to 5, until volume 5, so yeah, really happy that I managed to get this. Let me get some coffee, because I know it's hard to unbox that amount of manga. Oh my god. What's wrong with this volume? God damn it, Amazon. What did you do? So yeah, my first volume from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's Damage, and I have to request another copy from them. This is volume 10 from the manga. I saw the anime and I enjoyed that a lot. So for a while now I was also trying to pick up the manga. These usually are pretty expensive, but right now they were €2, so yeah. I bought all of the volumes that I managed to find. Hopefully not all of them are damaged like this. Fucking Christ, Amazon. Get your shit together. And I have another volume from World Ends Harem. This is volume 5. Let's see what else we have here. Another volume from that time that I got reincarnated as a slime, and it looks like this one is also damaged right here. If you can see, it has a lot of shelf wear, and also this is bent over, so probably gonna end up requesting another refund. Next one, volume 23 from Batum. Batum is a really great battle royale series that involves explosives. So all their weapons are explosives. It's fast. It's really fast paced, and it was great so far. I read like, I don't know, 14, 16 volumes so far, and I'm slowly trying to pick up the rest because the series recently ended in the English format, at least. I think it has 26 or 27 volumes, or the 26th volume has 2 endings, so it's gonna be 26 volumes. I don't quite know, but these are practically so expensive, and I don't know why, because other volumes from Yan Press are not that crazy expensive. But yeah, managed to find this cheap, and every time that I get a chance to find this cheap, I'm gonna buy them. Next one. Come on, this is also damaged. So this is To Your Eternity. It's a story from the creator of A Silent Voice. I've read the first volume from this series and I loved it. It's kind of expensive, so it's gonna take a little bit of time to get the rest of the volumes, but I'm looking for sales and I'm slowly gonna pick them all. This is still ongoing, and it involves a being that suddenly fell down on Earth or something like that, and that being kind of is able to take the shape of other objects or creatures, even humans, and when it takes that shape, it kind of also takes part of their, I don't know, personality, being into it. Yeah, pretty interesting so far. Can't wait to read more than volume 1. Right now I got volume 4 and hopefully I'm gonna get my hands off 2 and 3 soon. Next one is We Never Learn. This is another series that I wanted to try out for a while now. This is put out by Viz and it's a romantic comedy. It also has an anime. I heard only good things about it, so I picked up the volumes that I managed to find cheap, and I can't wait to start reading it. Next one is Smoking Parade. This is volume 6, and I think I have volume 1 through 4 right now, so I'm missing 5. And this is by the same mangaka that did Livingstone and the other one. I don't know, I can't remember the name right now. I don't know, but yeah, it's quite good. The art is quite good as well. I like this mangaka's character design. Always love them, and so happy that I found it cheap. Next, another volume from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and it looks like this came to me in one piece. So in one piece, Amazon, 1 out of 3. That's a pretty good score. Thank you. Next one, volume 1 from My Boy. Oh man, I forgot that I also managed to pick this one up, so probably I'm gonna start reading it, because now I can. Next, another volume from To Love Root Darkness, volume 11. Amazing that I found it cheap. It's hard to open this because it's way too etchy. And by the way, volume the last omnibus from the initial series, because this is the sequel, sorry, just came out, and with that you get volume 17 and 18, and you can practically end the original series. Next one is another volume from We Never Learn. This is volume 4. Then I got volume 1 from another Yuri series that I heard about and I was planning to read. If I Could Reach You. So this one involves this character over here, and she ends up being in love with his brother's wife. So that puts her quite in a pickle. And yeah, the premise for this seems really interesting, and it's coming out right now. I think volume 2 is out and volume 3 is out for pre-order or something like this. This is put out by Kodansha. It looks like a pretty thin volume, and yeah, I have high hopes for this one. And next one, it's volume 1 from Clockwork Planet, and this one is again damaged. Looks like it has a crease over here. Yeah, this wasn't a great package when it comes to undamaged books, but it had some really good series in it. So. Anyway, before we get to another Amazon package to see if it was damaged or not, let's see something from Book Express, a Romanian retailer. And in here we should have some great stuff. Oh, and I also got a code for 30 lei. So yeah, thanks Book Express. I think that they put that in there because this package was running a little bit late, and as they usually do, they also write a code on a postcard, and yeah, they also send out some tea. So thanks guys. And let's see what we have here. So we have volume 1 of Bakemonogatari, and I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna read this volume today because I was expecting this one for such a long time and I can't wait to read it. I've watched Bakemonogatari, part of it, and I really liked it, and I also want to see how the manga is. And by the way, this is just coming out, it's put out by Vertical, so have a look for it if you want to get into the Monogatari series but not with the anime or light novel, but with the manga adaptation. Also check out the anime because the Monogatari animes so far, from what I saw, are pretty good, pretty interesting, are different, are I don't know, sometimes hard to digest, but those are something else. Next, finally got Skyhawk by Jiro Taniguchi. So this is the latest release by Pom & More in their Fanfare collection, and yeah, this will be good stuff for sure. This involves a little bit of American history. I also think that we're gonna get to experience some of that American wilderness, because Jiro Taniguchi is quite in love with the wild side of the earth. So yeah, good stuff here. Skyhawk. Fan of Jiro Taniguchi, watch out for it. Next one, I have the next volume from Cardcaptor Sakura, and let me open this. So yeah, this I think that a lot of you guys know Cardcaptor Sakura. Also recently it is received, not received, we received the anime on Netflix. This is an older series by Clamp with an older anime that received recently these beautiful hardcover releases by Kodansha, and I couldn't resist not getting them because I haven't read the manga, and I really want to experience it in this format, because these books are great regarding the quality and everything. And I've read the first hardcover that is out, and it looks like such a cute story, and yeah, can't wait to read the second one. And the last one, Junko Mizuno, Pure Terrace. So this is something that I saw on their site, another hardcover that released recently, and I haven't read anything from this mangaka, so I decided to pick this up because it looked quite interesting. It's, I don't know, it's, the art is quite different, as you can see. It also the action takes part in a post-apocalyptic world, and yeah, this looked like something really interesting, and I think that I'm gonna enjoy it. Also, the release is quite good. Let me get a little bit of coffee. And let's see another package from Amazon. Hopefully everything is safe in this one. And it looks like, yeah, looks like it is. So that's how you do it, Amazon. So this is the first. I know some people gonna hate me for this, some people gonna like me for it, but this is the first manga box set containing Fairy Tail put out by Kodansha, and this is by, of course, Hiro Mashima. So this is Fairy Tail, and I said that I don't know much about Fairy Tail. I haven't watched the anime, I haven't read the manga. I know that this is a love and hate series for the community. Some practically hate it, some love it. And I said that now that they are releasing these box sets, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to figure it out by myself. And yeah, can't wait to read it. By the way, this was like 27 euros on Amazon, so pretty amazing deal considering that it came out at over 100 euros. And it looks quite nice. Anyway, from what I heard, this series was kind of good until the later parts of it. So looking at it like a series that has 50 volumes, in my opinion, that's kind of inevitable, because most of the series, if they get that long, they're gonna end up bad at the end. But yeah, that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy it until then, and I don't know, maybe I'll also like the ending. Next, let's see what we have here. So it looks like in this box I have volume 7 and 8 from The Abandoned Sacred Beast by Maybe. It's a group of two mangakas that also did Tales of Wedding Rings. It's a pretty good series. It involves a fictional world where they kind of I don't know, they kind of took as an example the Independence War from the US, and they added some beasts and some steampunkish gears in it and everything. The art is quite good. I don't know if you're familiar with these mangakas, but yeah, I have until volume 5 or 6, and I found out volume 7 and 8, and I'm happy that I did, because these are good releases by Vertical, and I'm liking that series. Also, there is an anime out, 21 episodes or something like that. Next, another volume from Hunter x Hunter. This is volume 22. So yeah, a lot of volumes here and there. But as I told you guys, I wanted to pick this one up for a while now, but looking at it like such a long series, and the fact that it's almost always on hiatus, I put it off for a while now, but if I can find the deals on it, I'm gonna get it and slowly collect it. Next, this is volume 2 from Makimaho. I messed up and made the wrong person into a magical girl. So yeah, with that title, probably it's gonna be a light novel adaptation. This is a magical girl series. Haven't read one of those, at least I don't think so. And I wanted to try something like that out, and this one seemed pretty messed up from the description, because kind of a wrong person, it's made up into a magical girl, and probably she's gonna destroy everything. And yeah, this is volume 2. Next one, looks like I have 2 volumes from Devilman Grimoire, and This is, from what I know, readaptation of the original series put out by Go Nagai, but this is with art from another mangaka, so it's practically the vision of another mangaka of Devilman. This has only 5 volumes, and it's something that I wanted to read because I really like Devilman and I want to see different angles. I also have Devilman versus Hades, and yeah, got this too cheap and I'm really glad that I did. Next one is volume 11 from Overlord. This is an isekai, but in this one the main character gets into another world and he's the bad guy in it. So yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it, and I I know that a lot of people are saying that the light novel is better, but I'm gonna stick with the manga because I'm a manga guy. And this is volume 11, and I also think that I have volume 1 on the way. But yeah, I got volume 11, it's far off for my reads, but it's something that I was planning to pick up either way, and if I can pick it up for two euros or something like that instead of 12, I'm in for it. And I also have volume 3 from Manga Haul. Now I need volume 1 but that is kind of expensive. I don't know why. It's in limited stock or what, but it's pretty expensive at the moment. So I'm gonna wait for a month or two to get a decent price on it. As you can see, looks pretty messed up and bloody, so I'm gonna have fun with it. And volume 4, I think for this one, is out for pre-order at the moment. And the last volume, not volume, box. Let's see what we have in this beauty. I know, man, this box is just falling apart. Volume 9 from Hunter x Hunter with a little bit of damage to it, of course. Volume 9 from Golden Kamuy. This is a good seinen put out by Viz at the moment. I think it has 11 or 12 volumes in print in English at the moment. As you can see, really good art. And yeah, check it out. It also has an anime on Crunchyroll. Another volume from Yu Yu Hakusho. This is volume 3. Next, volume 20 from Batu. Can't wait to get the rest of it, of the volumes, and being able to finish this series. I quite enjoy it. Also volume 1 from Devilman Grimoire. Yeah, let me show you some art. Yeah, pretty bloody. If you know Devilman, you can expect this. Volume 6 from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, that's some amazing art. People weren't lying there. Another volume from the same mangaka, from Yu Yu Hakusho, volume 11. I know, I saw this anime more than 10 years ago, and I really want to get back into this story again. The action in the anime was pretty good, pretty amazing. The fight scenes were awesome, and I'm curious to see if I'll get the same impression from the manga. Next, volume 17 from Hunter x Hunter, and this is a pretty nice cover. I think that it's the best one that I saw so far. By the way, this also has an anime. It doesn't have the whole story. I think the volumes have the manga has more than the anime, but you can get the whole story because the series is not finished. But people are telling me that that anime adaptation is quite good, and maybe that's a way to actually experience the series. And this is volume 10 from Golden Kamui, or Kamui. Look at that art. Volume 29 and volume 7 from Hunter x Hunter, and also volume 15. And another volume from Hunter x Hunter. This one is volume 5. And guess what? Another 2 volumes from Hunter x Hunter. So this is volume 8 and 18. And 18 is damaged. So yeah. I know, guys. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good series. And a few of them. Right now I can see that only a few of them are missing from my order. And that are along on the way, but then this is a huge haul over here. Let me get all of it into the picture. And yeah, a lot of good series to add up to my TBR. A lot of new series that I can start reading, and yeah, can't wait to get into all of them. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and see you again in my next haul. And if you just one little bit, if you have any thoughts about this series, or you want to talk about them, or you want to see a first impression or anything on them, let me know in my comment sections. And thanks again for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.